Hello, good morning. All is well, students. Welcome you all in the social science classes. So, I am again here with the topic minerals and power resources. In the previous class, I have explained you or we have discussed about the minerals. Now, in this part, we will discuss about the power resources. So, let's start with the important points which we will be covered in this part. We will discuss on introduction, types of power resources, conventional or non-renewable power resources, non-conventional or renewable power resources, and last, conservation of power resources. So let's start this chapter or this part with the meaning and importance of power resources. Power. A particular form or source of energy is called power. So what is power? It is a particular form or source of energy. Imagine your life of one day without power. Your fans won't work, you won't have light in your rooms, your fridge will not work, your world of entertainment by electronic means will stop. Computer will not work, many of these. Your life will nearly come to a standstill. This shows how important the source of power is in our daily life. So students, now you come to know the importance of power. Yes, because it is very important in our life. Power is present in natural forces such as sunlight, wind, water, steam, etc. So we can get power from the natural resources also, from the sunlight, from the wind, from the water. These all are the sources of power. We can generate power from all these resources. It is used for domestic purposes. So what are the uses of power? Where we can use the power? In domestic purpose, agriculture, industry, transport and communications. Power is a source of energy which helps in functioning of machine, working of system. So without power, no machine can work. So it helps in working and machine and working of system. Now we will see the classification of power. So as we know that there are two types of power resources, conventional or non-renewable power resources, and non-conventional and renewable power resources. So here are some example of conventional or non-renewable power resources, and that is fire, coal, petroleum, natural gas and hydel powers. These all are the examples of conventional resources, and the example of non-conventional resources are solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, nuclear power, geothermal energy and biogas. So these all are the examples of non-conventional resources which we will discuss further. Now start from the conventional power. What is the meaning of conventional power? In the earliest classes or you have read about the conventional power, so let's recall also. The resources that have been in common use for a long time are known as conventional power resources. So these types of power resources we are using since long time, since immortal time. They are limited in stock. These types of power resources, these types of conventional resources are limited in stock and are likely to get exhausted. Likely to get exhausted means they are completely used up. Now they are going to be finished. And these types of resources are firewood, coal, petroleum, etc. So this is about the conventional power resources. Now under the conventional power resources we will see what is firewood. So it is widely used for cooking. What is firewood? It is widely used for cooking. In our country, more than 50% of energy used by villagers comes from firewood. Mostly villagers are using this resource, conventional resource, mostly villagers. Advantage of this firewood is it is cheaper and provide energy to a large number of people. This is a main advantage of firewood. It is cheaper and easy to collect also. It is very easy to collect firewood. Now if advantages are there, then disadvantages are also there. So disadvantage is ours. Collection is time consuming. It took too much time for its collection. Causes of pollution because of smoke, it's release smoke, and deforestation because for the using of firewood, what the people will do, they will cut the trees. Next we will learn about the fossil fuels. So what are the fossil fuels? Coal, oils, natural gas, these are the examples of fossil fuels. Now see, so what is fossil fuels? It is remains of plants and animals which were buried under the earth from millions years and finally by the heat and pressure or hot it changed into fossil fuels. Remains of plants and animals buried under the earth for millions years, how they converted, how they change into fossil fuels because of heat and pressures. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum and natural gas are the main source of conventional energy. So main source of or main examples of conventional energies are coal, petroleum and natural gas. And these resources of minerals are limited. The reserves are limited. The rate of this, why they are limited? Because of the consumption. The rate of consumption is very high because of the population, and the rate of the creation or rate of the formation is very less as compare the population, as compare the consumptions. So these are likely to be exhausted soon. Next, coal. Coal is from the remains of the decay plants, trees and grasses under the pressure of rocks for thousands of years. How coal form? From the remains, the decayed plants, trees and grasses under the pressure of rocks for thousands of years. It is generally found in the sedimentary rocks. Coals are found in which rocks? It is generally found in the sedimentary rocks. The process takes millions of years. Its formation took millions of years. Due to its great significance, coal is also called buried sunshine. Because of its characteristics, because of its significance, it is also called buried sunshine. Now let's see the uses of coal. It is used as the domestic fuels in industries such as iron and steel, in steam engine, and to generate electricity. To generate electricity is the main use of coal. Electricity from coal is called thermal power, and that electricity is called thermal power. Now see the distribution of coal in worldwide. So in world, France, USA, China, South Africa, Germany and Russia. There are the coal mine found, and in India, Dhanbad, Bokaro, Jharia and Raniganj. So this all about the coal and the distribution of coal. Now advantages of coals are it is available in the mostly part of the world. Its mines are available and it is efficiently converted into electricity. Disadvantages are transportation of power resources like coal is not easy. It is bulky to transport. Its transportation is not easy and it is polluting source. This is also polluting source. Next example is next conventional resources is petroleum. So student, the word petroleum is derived from two words, that is petra and oleum. Here petra refer to rock, where oleum stand for oil. So petroleum means rock oil. What is the meaning of petroleum? Rock oil. Petroleum is also known as black gold. Why? Why it is known as black gold? Because it is very valuable. This is normally found deep below the earth's surface and the ocean beds. Where they found? Deep below the earth's surface and the ocean beds. It is drilled from oil field in raw form. So how we can extract it? From the drilling method. We can extract oil from the drilling method, but we can found it in the raw form. It is in raw form. Then it is sent to the oil refineries to process crude oil. For purification, where it will be sent? It will be sent in the refineries. During the process of crude oil, a number of useful products are produced. During the process of crude oil, a number of useful products we can get from the petroleum. That is also called the byproducts. Diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastic and lubricants. These all are the products which we get from the purification. We crude from to petroleum. Which are these? Diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastic and lubricants. The byproducts of petroleum are also used as raw material for the fertilizers industries, and these products are used in the fertilizer industries, drugs units, synthetics fiber unit, etc. Now distribution in the worldwide of petroleum in the world: Algeria, Venezuela, USA, Iran, Russia, Iraq, Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Iraq, Russia are famous for petroleum wells, petroleum oils. India, in India, Digbo in Assam, Bombay in Mumbai, deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers. Now next our topic is natural gas. It is an eco-friendly fuel. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposit and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. When it is released, when crude oil is brought to the surface, that time it is released from the crude oil. It can be used for both industrial and domestic purposes. For domestic also and for industrial also we can use this natural gas. It creates less pollution as compared to the coal and petroleum. As compared to the coal and petroleum, it creates less pollution. The byproducts of natural gas are used in industries and agriculture sectors. Now see again the worldwide distribution of natural gas. UK, Norway, Russia and Netherlands are famous for natural gas. In India, Jaisalmer, Krishna and Godavari Delta, Tripura and some areas of shores in Mumbai. These are famous for natural gas. Now advantages of petroleum and natural gas. The advantages are: it is easier to transport from one place to another through the pipelines. Its natural gas is cheaper than oil. Natural gas is cheaper than oil. Their byproducts also provide a variety of valuable things that are used in our everyday life. Byproducts are also valuable which we get from the natural gas and we are using those in our daily life. Nowadays natural gas like CNG are widely used as a fuel in the transport. We have seen in many transports CNG, people are using CNGs in their transport. Now disadvantages of petroleum and natural gas. Pollutant release cause acid rain. This is the cause of acid rain because of pollutants. Exploration of new fuel is not easy. Its exploration is not so easy. There is a depletion of oxygen due to oil leakage and gas leakage. There is a problem of less oxygen due to the oil leakage and gas leakage. Now the last our conventional resources is hydel power. Hydel power or water power. Electric power generated by the falling water is called hydel power. What is hydel power? It is generated by the falling water. It was firstly developed in Norway. Where it was first developed? In Norway. Remember the country name? The Norway. In this process, rainwater or running river water is stored in a dam. In this process, first the running water they stored in the dam. The stored water falls from the great height over the turbine blades placed to the bottom of the dam. One turbine is there and the falling waters fall from the great height over the turbine. The moving blades then turn the generator to produce electricity. The moving blade turn the generator to produce electricity. This is called hydroelectricity. So this is the process of hydroelectricity. 1/4 of the electricity is produced by hydel power. Here you can see the inside hydro plant reservoirs is here, dam, reservoirs, dam, then generator, this is transformer, turbine is here, then powerhouse, and from the transformer power and turbine produce powerhouse what? Electricity, and transferring through these power lines. So this is the hydro power plant. Now see the worldwide distribution of hydel power in the world. Which countries are famous? China, Norway, Brazil and Paraguay. And India, it is produced on Gandhi Sagar, Bhakra Nangal and Damodar Valley projects. Advantages and disadvantages of hydel power. Advantages are power like hydel power are eco-friendly and cheap. Promotes irrigation and fishing. It promotes irrigation and fishing. Because of them, people may do their fishing also. Now disadvantages. Setting up a hydel power plant is very expensive. It needs a huge sum of money. This is the main problem with this hydel power. Next is disadvantages. Hydel power plants need much space to generate power, which finally cause displacement of local community. What it require? It require lots of place for its generation, for its placement. So most of the time what happen? People may get displacement. So students, all these all were about the conventional resources. Just take a quick recall what we have learned in this part. We have learned the meaning of conventional resources and types of and examples of conventional resources. Those are firewood, fossil fuels, petroleum, natural gas and hydel gas, hydel power, and advantages and disadvantages of all these types of resources, all these types of conventional resources.